Everybody, we're back. Oh, yeah, I'm old. I'm old. I don't care.
Your knees are cracking.
Dude, that's the least of my
Shoulders
problems.
hurting.
I tell you what, it sucks when you're older. I'm not old, older, and things
You're older than me.
Shut
You're
up.
much older than me.
Shut up. Not much older.
You're much. You're.
I'm already mad right now. I
You're
just
half
started.
a
This
decade.
is bullshit.
Half a decade older than me.
Half a decade? Don't say it like that. That's terrible.
I'm just saying.
Fuck.
What was There was an old commercial.
YouTube's gonna kick my ass today.
Way back in the day, where it was. You remember David Justice, the baseball
yeah.
player? There was like some. I don't know if it was a radio thing or whatever it was, but he was like known for injuries, for a stretch of his career, and he's like, "Hi, I'm David Justice, and everything hurts. My legs hurt, my shoulders hurt, my feelings hurt."
Was it David Justice? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was David Justice.
I forget what it was.
We're probably wrong, so tell us in the comments.
He throws
TikTok
feelings
lights us up
in
all
there.
the time.
My feelings hurt.
Fucking TikTok. Dude, your outfit is amazing. Cheers, Holmes.
Thanks.
You look great. You're ready for St. Patty's Day. But today, first of all, it's not St. Patty's Day. It is Austin 316.
It is 316.
I sent that to you this morning. You didn't care. You're like, oh, what's that?
I don't think it resonated.
Were you in training today? You're like, I can't talk on my phone, guys.
I was on 2 or 3 calls this morning. Yeah, pretty much all morning.
Whatever.
So starting the new job, it was a little hectic, but sorry.
Dude. No, it's on now. You started out with you. I'm half a decade older than you. It's on now. It's over.
Fact or fiction, half a decade older.
Fucking so mad. I'm steaming right now. Dude, that was, no, this is great.
Yeah,
I love
man.
This
This
is
jacket,
fucking sweet. I'm
this
not
jacket
dressed
has
like that
been-
at all.
It's been through war. This jacket.
Well, I went through-
Pipple fights.
That story was wild.
Yeah.
For real. That was nuts.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
All true. Yeah, thanks, man.
I've
I've
we
had
went
it for
to-
5-6 years now.
Where did we go to and you showed up in that?
Were we at bonfire?
Bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron's like, yeah,
Yep.
bonfire. That's right.
It's always a good conversation piece. It's a good starter.
Oh, dude.
The 50-year-old women love this jacket. Like they just come right up to you and think, I have to talk to this guy. And
Oh, dude.
you know,
Well,
so
anybody confident
It
enough?
has its downsides, obviously.
Anybody confident enough to walk into a building like and wear that thing? Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, he's got it. Let's go. Let's go talk to
This is
him.
the guy. This guy looks like a good time.
Just true.
Yeah.
No, we went. Remember, we went to was it Sarah Scott's? We went somewhere afterwards, and you showed up with that jacket on. Everyone would they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't leave
Irish
you alone about
Wolfhound,
it.
maybe? Irish Wolfhound?
No, it was somebody's house.
Oh. On St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, or like one of
Oh,
the parties.
was it
We
one of
did
your
go to Irish
friends?
Wolfhounds twice.
Yeah,
twice
wha-
now. Well, that was a while back.
Sully might have been there. The one. Yep.
Yep, Sully's there. Sully's always around. Somehow, Sully's.
What are you
always
doing
around.
tomorrow? Anything for St. Patrick's Day?
Going to work.
Oh, are you? I have meetings in Scottsdale tomorrow, and then I think we're
you
doing.
just gonna rage?
We're making corned beef.
Oh,
We do that every St. Patrick's Day. Throw it on the flat iron on the grill.
Hell
And,
yeah. Dude, I love
Like
those.
sauerkraut with the rye bread. Yep, all that stuff. So we have that to look forward to.
Very Irish. You gonna put green dye in your beers?
Nah.
Nah.
If we go to the bars, we do that, but not at home.
Well, you look
Kids
great. Fuck
get-
you.
I feel great.
I bet. Told you guys he's on drugs. He's not sharing.
Yeah. You want my drug dealer's info? Too bad. Not kidding. And I'm not giving him a raise.
Everybody's roasting you.
That's nice.
That's not roasting. It's more like, what the fuck?
Yep.
That's mostly what the Malik Willis thing. I know it's like the third time we talk about it.
Yep.
But
That's
just
fine.
real quick, it's like, what the hell? I think it's funny.
I'm a godly man, and I choose not to pursue with violence.
Dude, you're fine. You're going to find the internet trolls anyway. Pfft, losers.
My wife was funny because she goes, yeah, you know what? A lot of people don't have a lot of really nice things to say, but you get a lot of comments. I'm like, thank you for the comments.
Shout out, Steph.
She goes, babe, you can't read those comments. They'll just bring you down. I'm like,
No,
"Babe,
it's not that bad. Does she tell you that I respond to defend you at all times?
No, but I know that's
Steph?
I know that's what it is. So
I do that.
appreciate
That's why
that.
there's twice as many comments because I'm commenting back. I think they count them that way.
Maybe.
I don't know if they do or not. Whatever.
Yep, don't care.
Algorithm's weird. Well, on top of St. Patty's Day, ladies and gentlemen,
What else we got?
we have March Madness.
Starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
This
Dude, it
is-
starts tomorrow.
Do you feel like it's lost its luster as you've gotten a little older? Like, do you not look forward to it as much as you used to?
Well, part of it is fucking cable or anything costs $1 billion to turn your TV on anymore.
Yeah, but even the March Madness app,
there's nothing
you watch.
there.
You can watch all the games on the app.
You can watch
right?
it. Yeah, you can watch it through there because it's for school. You know what I mean? It's the school. You know, it used to be a thing where you like at work. You know, speaking of that, actually, you used to watch that on the app or like if you were at your desktop.
Yeah,
they had a thing. It was I don't know. They probably still do it, but you know because it's sponsored by every billionaire in the world.
Sure.
Right. You had this deal with the if your boss was coming in or something like that, like you have like your 2 monitors, whatever, and then whatever. If you had your mouse set just right on the screen, you could just tap it real quick, and it would show like whatever you just had on your screen. It would immediately be gone.
That was built into the app.
Yeah, it was built into the app. It was on the desktop only. It was really cool.
Oh man,
I was like, that's genius, smart.
No, that's awesome. No,
I thought it was great.
I just remember growing up waiting for the brackets, like before the internet. Like you got them in the newspaper, really, and it's how you used to get the brackets. And
you used to get brackets in the newspaper.
Yeah, and
we have to go to the library and print them off.
Yeah,
a printer at home.
Yeah, and you're printing off 1 million copies for friends because there was no. Let me send you an electronic bracket and get into my pool. It's like no, you're going around with a folder and blank brackets and waiting for someone to fill it out.
I got extras if you screw up.
$5 in cash. Hey, I don't have any cash. Oh well, too bad.
Yeah.
So I just feel as I've gotten older, as the internet has made things easier, it's kind of lost its luster a little bit.
I think so too.
And maybe that's there's probably still some diehards out there, but I am nowhere near. Maybe it's because you're kids and you just get older and more priorities. But like I'm nowhere near look forward to it the way I used to.
I don't either. I knew it was coming, but I'm like, I'm gonna start watching it. And then I'm like, I don't really watch it. I kind of watch it.
Yeah, I think players not staying maybe as long as they used to. The
NIL thing is that's a whole other pod, to be honest. But yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I want to watch it. I'll watch. The first few days were great because it's nonstop basketball.
It'll
and you
always
can't keep up because it goes.
Like the day of that first day is always great, but it's just the hype and the build up to it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's what it used to be. So
I'm with you on that. I agree. It's just something's different about it now.
There's nothing better than going to a bar with buddies and just watching. Especially that first Thursday where it's like a game every half hour.
All right, we missed this one, guys. Let's get back after it.
Yeah,
we got this one next one.
Yeah,
South Christian State's coming in hot.
I wish we would take a half day and plan something, but it goes back to just the planning isn't there the way it used to be.
Well, no, everyone's got responsibilities, kids.
Yeah, West Coast. Some of those games are on at 8 a.m. I know. So another benefit to the West Coast.
It's the best being on the West. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm starting to follow a little bit of it. I sent the article. That kid who from Alabama just got arrested with a pound of weed.
Yeah, what was his name? God, Cunningham. Yeah, what the heck was the guy's name?
I don't know. Baller though.
Yeah, but he
got caught. He got caught.
Yeah,
with all this weed and also a bunch of cash. You don't really have a pound of weed.
A pound of marijuana, paraphernalia.
You don't have but you have cash, paraphernalia, and a shit ton of weed.
So how does that work?
What are you doing though? You're not just smoking it. Dude.
No,
that's not just for personal consumption.
That's where I'm thinking like probably
dude,
they got rid of quantity to
when they found out that I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys. Backwards hat guys interrupting again. But they
kick him off campus. I think
no, they took him as soon as they found out the amount and got the police report. The school was like by. Well, because now you're looking at like intent
to distribute.
Yeah, so it's like okay, dude.
So again, I don't know if weed is obviously in Arizona. It's recreational, legal.
Yeah,
so it's not a federal thing. Obviously,
I don't think you can have that much on you, but it's not you get kicked out of school for.
Like if someone in Arizona State, for example, got caught with a pound of marijuana,
but no paraphernalia, they'd probably be like, "Hey man, that's ours now."
I don't know. I don't know how Alabama is. I mean, the South is obviously more conservative than other parts of the country. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that super unfortunate. Like
right at Tourney.
I feel really bad for the kid. But again,
I don't feel bad.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. What do you? I mean,
just to throw it all
live that
away.
Life. This is the consequence.
I mean, and not to go back to like someone like Josh Gordon, but as a Browns fan, just someone who just repeatedly, and again, I don't know the kid's story, but like Josh Gordon forfeited millions and millions of dollars in the NFL because he couldn't stop smoking weed. So it's like, dude, what are we doing?
He went to Seattle, same problem.
Yeah.
Remember?
I don't.
I was so excited to have Flash Gordon on our team. I was like, okay, he's going to turn around. Pete's going to turn him around.
I couldn't tell you how many times we're already excited for him to go into the season, and right before the draft, they find out he tested positive, and he gets kicked out again for the rest of the year. So
it's nuts.
Yeah.
That whole Josh Gordon thing. Holy shit. But yeah, the kid just got kicked out. Everybody else is ready to play. Nobody else has gotten suspended. People got hurt. I know that.
Duke's got a couple guys injured, right? I think two.
Michigan guy got tore his ACL or something like that. Is it a Michigan guy?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? You don't know. I thought you were going to carry us. Yeah, you don't know nothing. Sit over there. Your timer's not even going. You're supposed to watch the timer.
Timer.
I will clip this out. Whatever.
No, I have my predictions of it all again, and I really just started delving into it to where I have Duke.
Yeah.
I have Arizona. I have Illinois, and I have Michigan.
Illinois.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Illinois got they have a lot of guys. I shouldn't say a lot of guys. They've got 3 guys from Eastern Europe.
Oh,
so they've got their
bunch
core
of and
Shannon.
Shrimps.
Yeah, so they have a guy from
Whiteboard's down.
They have a guy from Serbia. They got a guy from Lithuania, another one from Croatia. So they've got some guys that have played professional ball
since
overseas.
15.
Yeah, and so
crazy?
I think when you want to say like battle tested, like I trust their background and having gone through what they've gone through more than just the average person in college basketball. So I think Illinois makes a run. They will have to get through, I believe I forget who is the number 1 in their bracket. I think it's in the bracket with Vanderbilt and Florida. I think it's that bracket to where Vanderbilt just beat Florida in their conference tournament by almost 20 points. And so those two are going to have to knock each other off, one of them. And then Illinois, if they make it through to, I think it's the Elite 8, will have to get through one of those two to get to the Final Four. And I think they do. So Arizona, obviously us being from Arizona, very talented team. I guess from what I'm reading is they're going to have 5 guys that go to the NBA. 4 of them are projected to be first round picks. And so I just think when you get talent like that, like sometimes the best players are going to win. You know,
Kentucky, right? Kentucky always had those guys.
Yeah, but Kentucky, God, they haven't won in forever either.
But I mean, like that. There's been plenty of those teams where they have all NBA players, all of them.
Yeah, and so
Devin Booker was on one of the teams. He's a backup. He didn't even start.
He was a 6th man. I think on the one. Yeah,
isn't that nuts?
Yeah, and I think that's more on Calipari than anything. But they have, they've got I think Koa Pete. Yeah, is supposed to be really good. So I have them in there. I have Duke. I love Cameron Boozer. I haven't watched up until like the last month. I really haven't watched much of him, but hearing people talk about him, obviously his dad played for the Cavs. Carlos had a really good NBA career. I think there's something to be said for sons and kids of players who have been in the NBA, or whose dads have been in the NBA, and they like Steph Curry is another perfect example where it's like they grow up in those locker rooms with their dad and just that environment and the culture, and I think that is clearly rubbing off on Cameron Boozer. 6'11", not all the athleticism in the world, but just so intelligent, so skilled.
No, but he definitely knows the game.
Very, very high basketball IQ. There's actually an interview where they interviewed Tom Izzo in the beginning of the season, and he was just raving about Cameron Boozer. So I have Duke in there, and the last one was Michigan. I know Michigan, I think they lost in the Big Ten championship game to Purdue, but I think they're one of the most complete teams. I think they have a very deep team, fundamentally sound. So I have Arizona beating Michigan and then Duke beating Illinois. Ooh. And Arizona winning it all, because I just think I think 5 really good guys are going to beat the best player in the tournament, which is Cameron Boozer. So I'll take those 5 from Arizona to win it.
I got Arizona winning the whole thing. That's my prediction. Too, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. No, they're ballers. I mean, straight up, those guys will all be in the NBA. They'll all be somewhat. Maybe they won't all have big prolific careers like, a lot of these Kentucky guys. Maybe, time will tell, but I'm with you on that one. The Arizona will take it. We can say, so many people do so many shows about, tournament, and they go through their brackets and stuff, but I'm similar to yours. My final.
Who else do you like? Do you like anyone else?
I like Iowa State.
Okay.
And someone gave me that idea.
I've seen it.
That's not my idea, but I was looking into it. I was like, oh, they play good defense. They play good offense. You got to have a balanced team. Most balanced teams go far in a tournament. So.
Yeah, they're becoming one of those teams that is a perennial player in this. I think George Niang was when I was in college. Like that was like I think Fred Hoiberg. I don't know if Fred is still their coach.
Oh, Fred
but
Hoiberg,
I know.
that's right.
Yeah, George Niang was like a big player for them.
Oh
and,
yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is they've kind of created that culture where it's like, yeah, hey, they're one of those teams that's just seemingly there every year.
I also like St. John's just because Rick Pitino's there.
Yeah, I
know what happened and all the stuff with everywhere he went, but dude, it's still Rick Pitino.
The coaches that are in that side of the bracket, like in that region, is crazy. It's got it has
show this side of the bracket.
Yeah, it's got the guy from the guy from UConn, Danny Hurley.
Yeah,
it's got Pitino. I think it's got Bill Self.
Yeah,
it's got I think John Shire, if I'm not mistaken. I forget, but it's like the amount Izzo I think is in that bracket. So it's like they have I think the coaches that are in that region.
Kansas in that?
Yeah, Bill Self.
Yeah, Bill Self. Oh yeah.
So they have 7 titles between the coaches in that region and 30 titles among all the teams in that region. So yeah, that is adding Pitino.
Well, that's what happens when you just willy nilly do whatever you want, join all the conferences.
Yeah.
It is weird though. Like when you look at the whole concept of like the tournament and you had your conferences, it was great. Like you had your small schools and your big schools and stuff, and it was proportionally fine. It seemed like, right? We knew where the money was, but it was like everyone kind of whatever. Now with the NIL, you watch guys just trade back and forth to each other like it's the NBA. You're like, come on.
And then they're only there for a year, maybe. Anyway,
that they need to have regulation. I'm good with getting
Cameron
paid.
Boozer. Cameron Boozer's 18. He's 18 and a half.
I know.
It's like he's. You would think he would never stay. He's going to be a top 3 pick. You go and you get your money in. No, but I think that's what's cool about the format of this, and I think college football is getting there, or at least they have this in mind. But it's just such a smaller. They have such a smaller margin for error to get it right in college football, where it's like in basketball, hey, we could throw in these conference winners, like the Furmans and Farley Dickinsons and Merrimacks and these Troy and those and schools like that, in hopes that hey, if one of these teams just hits, it's going to be the story of the tournament, and it's why we like having these spots reserved for those conference winners. Who was the guy? Golke? What team was he on last year? Where
Golke?
He went nuts. Oakland. I think he went to Oakland.
Oh.
And they knocked off Kentucky, and this guy ended up hitting 10 threes in a game or whatever it was. Do you remember this guy?
I think I do.
This white guy shooter. I want to say it was Oakland. They knocked off Kentucky. So that was the big storyline. So those
speaking
those
of
stories
Duke and getting knocked off, how many years have we seen Duke lose in the first round, if not second round?
I feel like Kansas is always like that too.
Yeah, I feel like
North Carolina.
Maybe just because Duke's always that school, and they win, but then like
Kentucky, yeah.
But then they lose in the first round. You're like, how'd you lose?
First 16. Kentucky losing to Oakland. So those kind of stories. But again, that's what makes it so great, and that's why I like having those spots reserved for those kind of teams. And
kill or be killed, right? It's a nice way of saying it. Kill or be killed.
We'll get into the when we do the whiteboards. We'll talk about kind of the like good memories and stuff like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll.
Dude, have you seen this kid from Indiana State?
No. Larry Nerd?
Larry Nerd.
No.
Cream Abdul-Jabbar. Have you seen this kid?
No. What is
the most fundamentally sound white boy. He's like Jokic with just a better hook shot. That's about
and
it.
he really is that in
Dude,
his state?
I'm gonna pump fake you, and then I'm gonna get an easy lay. I'm gonna shoot threes.
So he's kind of a lot like Larry.
But he's got a smooth like Sam Perkins' shot. You know what I mean? You remember Sam Perkins in Seattle? He played for the Lakers. Dude, big smooth. Like he's like that. They have the coolest nicknames though. I will.
And they have what's the Cream Abdul-Jabbar? That's
Cream Abdul. That's what they call him because he wears the goggles like Cream did.
Oh, Cream,
so Cream, not Cream. Okay. Cream because he's white as shit.
That's really funny.
He's white like us.
Good for him.
No, I'll look him up, dude. His name is so cool.
That's really funny. Indiana State, they made the tournament.
Indiana State, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm almost positive they did. Yeah. Because I remember last year they talked about this kid, and then I was like, okay, there's no way.
Is he European or is he
no.
He's
his name is Robbie Avila.
Robbie Avila?
Yeah, Indiana State. Fundamentally sound and the best nicknames.
That's really funny.
Milk Chamberlain. That's one of my favorite ones. Dude, but he's so good. Like, you watch his highlight package, you're like, this kid can ball. Like, he can ball.
You're
legit. Like, and he's Tim Duncan fundamentally sound. You're like, all right, he might not get to the league, but he's gonna be a great coach
I
wherever
feel like
he goes.
there's always those guys are in the storyline somewhere, like Adam
just
Morrison.
one of those guys. Well, yeah. Well, Adam
like-
Morrison was taking the whole thing by storm at that moment. You
but
know
I
what
mean, there was time back in like 2009, like West Virginia had a couple like Mike Gansey and Pittsnoggle. Like they like for some reason we just kind of gravitate towards like those weird white guys.
dude, Jerry McNamara, Syracuse.
yeah. But he was like, he wasn't like goofy to me. Where it's like
He was like-
Tyler Coppenrath for Vermont. Remember Tyler Coppenrath?
Yeah, Tyler Coppenrath. Oh my God.
dude.
That's
But
an old
it's
school one right
kind of like these weird odd. Who's the guy from Marshall Henderson?
Marshall Henderson. Why do I?
just
All these
this-
sound familiar. I can't remember what the hell that one's from though.
Dude, Marshall Henderson was just this shit talking white kid guard. I forget where he went to school. It was somewhere like a red and white team. I forget where it was, but he's another one who was kind of a nut job. Just
Like
goofy.
Steve Blake.
No, Steve Blake.
He was a nut job.
I was obsessed with that team back in the day.
In Maryland?
Yep. It was Steve Blake, Juan Dixon, Lonnie Baxter, Chris Wilcox, and Byron Mouton. That was the year they
Oh,
won
look
it
at
all.
you naming
And
the
I
starting
followed them.
five.
I followed them that whole season. I played with them in NCAA. That team.
I think that's how we get to know people.
Sure.
Is playing them in the video games. When you play
And
over and over.
we don't play video games anymore.
No, I don't. Not at all.
That's why we don't know. I could name the whole Maryland starting five back then, but
Dude,
I
that's
can't
awesome.
name anyone now.
Dude, that's fucking great.
Isn't that funny?
I love the whole March Madness thing. It's great. There's always those cute, those cool storylines. I gave you kind of like my Cinderella, like my St. John's thing. Where are you going with yours? There's always one, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't have to be like, we're not talking about like George Mason, like make it to the Final Four, because that was cool. Don't get me wrong. But or what was VCU? No, was it VCU? Who was he's a coach of a better school now.
Shaka?
Yeah,
Shaka Smart?
Shaka Smart.
I forget where
It's
he's
all
at
coming
now.
back to me, guys. It's all coming back.
No, I like if I'm picking. I mean, I'm not going to call Illinois as a Cinderella, but if I'm looking for someone to make an upset, I think Drake was one that came to mind. Like when I was looking up like Cinderellas, like Drake just kind of has that like a really tough, gritty defensive team that can
Looking for
that can
balance
muck up
and
games.
grit on the defensive end. That's what I think.
People that can slow down teams that like to push the tempo, and if a team relies on that fast pace and they get shut down and have to slow down their game plan.
Well, next thing you're down by 20, and you don't have the offense to bring yourself
doing
back
stuff
from 20.
right?
It's hard.
You end up having to take tough shots that you don't normally take. When you can normally get out and get them in transition.
Then you get tired and you're just jacking up threes, and that never works.
No,
the NBA works because they can make everything. But
it's just one game, and it takes one team shooting 60% from three, shooting 20 or 30 from three, or whatever.
And they're not even on their home court. That's what blows my mind sometimes. They go to the Alamo Dome, and you're like, there's 3 other games going on in that whole place. And remember how like you're as a kid playing in a tournament, and it's loud where you are, and you hear whistles, and you're like, what was that? Do we stop? But then, like in the NCAA tournament, they're doing that just like we did as kids, middle school and high school. And you're playing, and you got a national TV audience on this side and that side, and it's like you can always go, did I hear a whistle? No.
Yeah.
At home, I'm hearing it
because it's
so crazy and
four
distracting.
different teams in one, or is it eight different teams in one site?
Something like
that. Is that how it goes? And there's 4 games a day in one site, I think. Or
I love that
on back-to-back days.
Who's
However
here?
it goes,
we should go.
I would love to. I just know, and it's. But
Does
you talked
FanDuel
about
wanna
it earlier.
Sponsor us going. We'll film it.
Well,
Do you have enough yet?
Right. Barstool.
DraftKings?
You need a proxy in Arizona. No, but they like I was researching it too, again, to your point about how different regions and how we just kind of seemingly throw all this together.
For sure.
Like Iowa is playing it at Lucas Oil Stadium, I believe. It's like a 100-mile drive, and they're playing against Miami that's coming from 1,000 miles away.
I was gonna say.
And it's just like, that doesn't seem like
Doesn't
it's
seem
that fair. This isn't equal at all. But I mean, it's not going to be perfect. But there are stories like that, and it makes a big deal
when you're traveling.
Yeah,
and it's kids traveling. It's not professional
students.
athletes
It's spring
traveling.
break. Like these kids. I mean,
exactly.
no one's going to
Everyone's just
Indianapolis
coming
on
off spring break.
Yeah. I like spring break in Indiana.
This is crazy. I love the tournament. Tournament's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and it gets really fun too. But then you can kind of watch those first couple rounds of games, and then as you start getting to like the Sweet 16, Elite 8, those storylines start coming out, and players who have a splash in the first 2 rounds, you get to follow them, and you can really start honing in on what.
Yeah, well, like CBS, right? All the networks. Well, it's all the same network, right? CBS and
True TV,
they're all the TBS. They're all the same thing, right?
TBS,
they just go and they just start grabbing these guys, and they're like, did you they start asking questions. Next thing, like, well, I'm doing this for my grandfather. He died. And you're like, hey, I was abandoned as a child. You're like, oh my
kid
God.
had leukemia
You don't know.
at 3 years old.
Yeah, the teams kind of know, but the next thing you're like, I'm being interviewed and I have a game in 2 hours. Like, what is happening? The next thing they put this whole story together, and you're like,
this guy's grandma rose
and then you're
him, and his
rooting for that
grandma's been
team
in
just
every
like that.
game.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. It's one of the. I mean,
There's
64 teams. That's so great. That's what's. There's going to be good storylines.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There has to be, and
So
they'll find
cool.
them.
I'm with that. I love it.
Sure, man.
All right, Danny
That's our
Betts.
preview. That's our
There's our preview. But I got to ask Danny Betts. It's Danny Betts time.
Rough.
What do you? Yeah, rough.
The other day. But go
What are
ahead.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do for the first couple days when you're betting? When you're betting out there and you're picking games, are you picking they don't let us parlay anything really with the players right now, right? In the tournament?
No, I
It's
think
just
only
team
prize
wins,
picks.
right?
Only prize picks. I think
Okay.
lets you dive into the player props of anything. But yeah, I stick to FanDuel, Fanatics are my two go-tos.
And so you're gonna go with those, but then you just pick your teams is what you're gonna go with?
Yeah, what I do is I'll pick games that I know. I really only like betting on games that I can watch and that
Right.
I research. Like I'm not gonna just throw a random money on a game that I haven't researched or looked into and done my research on. But what I'll do for these games is I will pick ones where I know I'm going to be in front of a TV. I know I'm going to be watching, and I'll pick the line for a game. So let's say, like for example, if I don't know if there's a first round matchup. And -3.5, I think it's going to be one way or the other. I'll take that and parlay it with an over or under of that same game.
There you go.
And
I
so
like that.
if one rule of thumb for me is like if I do pick the underdog to cover, I always pick the under of the game. So, if Kentucky is favored at 6.5, if I think Kentucky's going to cover that 6.5 and win by more than 6.5, I will take the over and hope that they just drop 100 points and blow them out. So I usually parlay if I think the winning team is going to cover or the favored team will cover, I take the over. If I think the team that's getting points is going to cover, I'll take the under, and hopefully it's a low-scoring, mucked up game. So you'll see a lot of those, and what I do is if I put $50 on that, it'll usually pay, $50 bet will pay $120.
Nice.
All in, call it. So I will
almost 3-1. That's pretty good.
So I'll look to hedge a bet if I know. So like, let's say at halftime, if the total for the game is set to be before the game starts is like 150.
Yeah.
And I know at halftime a team scored, 50 points and the other team's at 35 and it's at 85.
Yeah.
And I know the over's going to hit or later in that half, I will then hedge the under of the active line. So I'll throw $20 on an active line, or maybe I'll find what the original line was. Let's say it was 150. If I can get that 150 line somewhere in the second half at like plus 230, because it's trending way over, I'll throw $10 down, hedge it to where that bet may pay 3-1. So I'll either win the 120 or at worst, I'll at least win my money back of what I bet. Something like that. So active betting or live betting and following it is very important. And so I really like to minimize my risk of losing.
You guys catching all this, right?
So hopefully that makes sense.
It does. No, I'm following. I totally get it.
Yeah,
I
if
totally
someone's
get it.
getting blown
Ask me to
out-
repeat it back to you. No, I will not.
Yeah.
But
like if Furman, for example,
just watch
has
it live and just watch the trend.
if they're 20-point underdogs,
Who is the best,
and
like-
it's tied with 10 minutes to go, they're not going to lose by 20, so you
Right.
throw it on, something that hedges it. So
Who do you usually bet through when who's your best at live betting? Like what platform do you like to use for that?
And all the live betting to me is like, I don't bet on like the next basket will be a 2-point field goal by the Knicks, So I stick to FanDuel, Fanatics. All those are very similar for what I like to do. They'll give you, if they're winning by 7 points with 5 minutes to go in the game, it'll be, up to 12.5 points to even money line. Like it'll move and each point will have its own odds. And so, if you need a team to win by 10 and they're up by 20, I would put a bet in that would say, hey, they're going to win by, or the other team. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to explain, I guess. I'd have to.
No, you're doing good
to kind of see it. But yeah, minimizing losses Jim Kirby is a guy we play poker with, and I had him do something very similar in a college basketball game 2 weeks ago when we played poker.
Yeah.
And I'm explaining the importance of hedging and like why you would do it. And he stood to win like $800 on something.
What the fuck?
And it was at halftime, and it's like, it was like 8-1 or 10-1 that was in favor of him. So I'm like, hey, just put $50 down on this and you win $800 either way. So you're either going to win $750 or you're going to win $750. So like just take the $50 loss and guarantee yourself $750.
Smart.
Why would you sweat it out? Like just take it and run. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sweat it out, I don't know if you saw this, and it's something we always talk about. The other day it was the WAC championship. There's a bachelor party.
Gonzaga and St. Mary's, or
no, it's actually like somebody just made the team.
Pepperdine?
No, it wasn't Pepperdine. It was like Southern Christian something or like South Christie. I don't even know what the teams they were tan. I know that, but this bachelor party was out there doing the dream. They're doing the dream, right? This whole bachelor party. There's like 11 guys, maybe 12, whatever, and they're sitting there and it's a tie game, and there's a minute left, and they're filming themselves like losing their. They did an Airbnb somewhere, right?
Yeah, so they're like filming themselves, watching the game,
right? And they're just being all loud and crazy, and like every shot is like just oh, and just they have the last minute. That's the viral videos, like that last minute. Yeah, it's so cool, and they're getting it like, dude, and then they get so pumped up and they get so jacked, and then the guy, they don't show the part where like their team is down, because I know in that minute when the other team went up, they're betting on that Southern Christian, whoever it is. Someone's going to come is going to tell us who it is.
Yeah,
but it's a school I've never even heard of. They're coming down there, and this guy is just dagger, boom, drains his three, and then there was like 9 seconds left, timeout, and then they're like. The other team tries to run like this play just to tie it, so they try to throw like this alley-oop deal, and the guy misses the alley-oop, misses it. The bachelor party loses their minds, right? And you can hear, like, they're not mic'd up or anything, but you can hear them, and they're all like, yeah, paid for the house, paid for the beer, we're good, my gosh. We're good. And then, like, that's March Madness. Like, they're just screaming all this stuff.
If we had access to that in college.
Oh my god!
And that's going to be when we do the whiteboards. Like, there's a memory I have that is like that freshman year.
I love
it. But it was just $5 bets in cash that we had amongst us in a dorm room. Imagine.
I love it.
I mean, God, imagine if you had access to online gambling in college, back in college. Oh my gosh.
That'll be a lot different. The world would be totally different.
Loans would be a lot higher.
I'm going to get my doctorate. Are you sure you've been there for 16 years?
Oh my, yeah. Sports gambling debt be higher than the damn
my
tuition.
God, that'd be insanity. That would be. Isn't that the dream though? Like, you think about it, it's like we always talk about it. Let's go pick a game. Let's go sweat it out. Let's just go.
It's the best thing in the world.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it really is.
I'd want to.
And March Madness is the best too, because there's just a plethora of things.
You can pick anyone you want
all day long. All day.
You can pick the 1 seed versus 16 seed, and you might get that game. Yeah. You might get it
plus 3,300. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Farley Dickens, who beat Purdue when they were, or Virginia? Was Virginia the number 1 overall, or Purdue was number 1 overall
Something
team?
like that.
And they lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, I think is what it was. So,
well, name for a school.
Man. But is that
what else is going on? Did you watch the WBC?
No.
You didn't watch any of that, huh?
You know what's funny too is my new boss is very, very into baseball.
Oh, well, you better.
And so but I'm into baseball too. So it's good, but it's like I
who's his team? Do you know?
He was a trainer for the Cardinals.
Oh shit!
Actually, and he lived in Chandler apparently for a summer doing something with the spring training. St. Louis must have a spring training.
There's a lot of rehab centers here.
Yeah, something like that. And he was an athletic trainer by degree and whatever.
I don't think the Cardinals are here, but I'm sure they have a facility here or doctors.
I think something was here, because I want to say he said it was in Florida, but he stayed in Chandler for a year or what have you. So
nice.
So yeah, it's cool. We'll have baseball in common, but I did not watch much of and I feel like I would love it. Like the rivalry between the countries and what have you. Like I saw Cal Raleigh wouldn't dap up a Rosa Reyna. That to me was very funny.
Dude, it was funny because he's like, whatever. But it was like him messing with Randy, because that's all they do with each other all day long is mess with each other. And then it turns into he does it to Naylor in Canada. You know what I mean? He does it to all his teammates.
Rosa Reyna does it, or
no,
Cal does it?
Cal was doing it just for fun, and then everyone lost their minds over him doing it with Randy Rosarena. And he was like, well, fuck, I'm going to do it with every teammate that's not here. Julio, I mean, everybody.
Okay,
he didn't play last night, so he didn't get to do
a little bit then.
Yeah.
Because it did seem kind of mean-spirited. And I don't know Cal Raleigh
Randy
like
said
that.
it too. He goes, man, fuck that guy. But they're messing with each other.
Yeah, where he's like, it's kind of like the only reason I like him or is because of his parents or something. He must have a good relationship with Cal Raleigh's parents.
They're just talking shit. It's just fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. If knowing that makes it a little less uncomfortable.
Yeah, because if you don't know it out of context, you're going, damn, they're teammates? Are you sure?
Cal Raleigh's kind of a dick. Like he's kind of an asshole.
Cal Raleigh's kind of an
big
asshole.
dumper.
Sorry,
big,
Elvis Clips. That might be
big shithead. Yeah.
Nah, he's cool,
Shit.
man.
No, and
it's funny to see that, and then him just he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it to everybody now.
Yeah,
he didn't play last night though. It was America versus the DR, which Dominican is fucking got everybody, all the talent, and it's even coached by Albert Pujols.
I saw that they got a really shitty called third strike to end the game.
So here's I'm glad you said this. This is baseball now, and it's always probably been like this. We have the camera angles, we have all the technology.
Can't wait. I know what you're gonna say, and I cannot wait.
Okay, so I thought the same thing. The whole world thought. I would think it's bases loaded, bottom of the ninth.
Runner on third, or runner on first.
Bases loaded. It was bases loaded.
You're exactly right. Sorry, I almost touched your leg.
No, you're good.
I'm thinking of a different
Zesty
play.
pod.
Yeah.
No, they got so the bases loaded. Down by one. It was 2-1 America, and then it was I want to say Perdomo for the D-backs.
Right. Yep.
He was there.
That's exactly who
he
it
was at bat. Full count. So it's like here's the backyard dream, right? Full count, bases loaded for the series. I know it's the semifinals, but it's like that moment to end or win the game.
It's like being
right?
in the driveway counting down.
Yeah, exactly.
Counting
Like
down
3,
the shot clock.
2, all that. It's just that backyard great feeling. We all played over.
Done all those things.
He goes, and that ball comes, and it's just that sinker that just goes hot, and it's just underneath the guy's knees.
Such a disciplined take.
Just underneath his knees, right? So I'm like, oh, that's a ball. In my mind, I see it in real time, and I go, that's a ball.
Oh, it's a ball.
I go, ball.
But
here's baseball, ladies and gentlemen. When the catcher goes like that with that mitt, I just learned this too.
Yeah.
They frame that ball. So that guy, the umpire that's above them, he can only see so much. He can see everything for the most part, but when that ball's smacking, it's like you don't know what the catcher's doing. I'm probably explaining it the wrong way. The catcher's doing this shit.
They're framing it. Yeah, they're framing it.
He's just framing it. And so he just put it back up here. And
you like that part of the game? I'm not judging. I'm asking.
It's a skill set for that that the catcher can handle.
But
they hold on to that.
It's all going away.
Well, now they're going to they're going to limit how often they do it, though. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I think so too.
I'm a very big person on I want what's fair.
I think it's fair, but you got to have some sort of human error or call or whatever you want to call it into this because
want accountability. I want
then you got to talk to the NBA first.
20%, the top 20 or the bottom 20% of the umpires in the MLB who have overturned calls by the system. Get them out of here.
That one guy retired. Angel
Hernandez
is gone.
Good. They should name it after him, like the Angel Hernandez improvement system, like something like that.
The AH.
But I am so sick of the power trip that these umpires are on.
Oh, it's an ego thing for sure. It's an ego thing.
And it's like, God forbid you question balls and strikes. Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to question a calculator is 2 + 2 = 4 anymore. It's
you can't do that. Yeah, I'm with you.
It's going to be great. And it's funny because every one that I've seen so far where they have been challenged of it, it's like their egos are gone. They're just like, okay, yeah, let's get this quick. Let's see. That was close. And it's like there's no more attitude from the umpires. Because now they're being held
I guess
accountable.
we're going to waste our time with this because that's what it was 10 years ago. You want to waste my time? Let's go. And they just get louder and they just,
I hate that.
They used to do it.
Like they make the game about themselves. There's these ego trips. And so it
still happens in the NBA too, though.
Oh, totally. I think the NBA is so hard to freaking officiate, man. And we'll get into this ever.
But back to the best baseball thing. Like I'm with you on the umpire thing. 100%. It needs to be done. They show you where the strike zone is of each player in real time, and they show you where the ball goes. They show you exactly where the ball goes. You can't miss it.
Yeah,
and they call it.
They'll find a way to improve this even better. There's going to be a light in the outfield eventually that's just red or green, and as soon as that pitch is thrown, it's going to flash red or for a ball or green for a strike.
And you don't need nobody behind you.
I think you still need the umpire. You'll still, I don't know. There's probably some judgment.
Whoever's going down there
to keep the game going, like to keep like I don't know, to facilitate the game, I think. But instead of going to a replay on a question or ball and strike, you won't need to do it because the umpire's just going to call whatever the heck
wild,
they see.
Right?
They could have like glasses on, and it's just
the Google glasses, right?
Yeah, something. Hey, if it goes green, it's a strike. If it's red, it's a ball. Like they'll.
Maybe these umpires should just wear glasses once.
Yeah, 3 blind mice,
dude. It's so wild. But I'm with you on the beginning.
Felt bad for the guy because he made such a tough.
He was
take.
Battling.
Tough take. I mean,
and
it was the right call. It was just unfortunately.
It's that, like I was saying, it's a skill. So it's a skill to be able to put that ball where you want it and frame it. So as a catcher, you're like, good job, right? But that's baseball.
When you get the delayed reaction,
because I was with you, I was ready to go. I was ready to go. I had my phone like, fuck, what the fuck? I mean, like, I'm obviously rooting for USA because it was great, right? But I mean, it was absolute cinema, to be honest. Like right in the beginning, I was like, this is cool as fuck. I hadn't watched a whole game yet. I kind of watched them, just every now and then turn it on. And we watched this, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Baseball's doing a lot of things right. I think baseball's all-star game is clearly the best of the 3 major sports, obviously. Like football's a joke. Basketball has gotten better.
It used to be great.
Last year's baseball all-star game was freaking awesome.
It was cool.
You want to talk cinema. That was great.
That was awesome.
World Baseball Classic. Fantastic.
Well, now more and more players are getting into it. So the more talented it's going to, and just like, USA won, so they're going to go on, and they're playing right now, so I have no idea who's going to win.
They're doing a good job of promoting young stars too. Yeah. Like obviously you have Shohei, but like Bobby Witt is getting a lot of publicity.
So good.
Just cool dudes.
He's so fast too. It's crazy.
Yeah. So they're doing a good job of. Yeah, who's the guy from Pittsburgh just signed?
Paul Skeens.
No, there's a batter they just signed from the draft who's like he had like 4 home runs in his first debut, something crazy.
Oh, wow.
I forget. But they do a really good job of getting behind their stars. They're doing it great. MLB's doing it right. So
I think so. What else we got?
What else do we got? You take a break? You want to grab a beer?
Yeah.
Make sure everything's still filming.
Yeah.
You want to do happy hour?
Let's do happy hour.
Happy hour.
So what's your happy hour? Wait, I had mine. What was yours?
Dude,
yeah. Okay, we watched this video. Go.
So there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow it.
I thought I had a good one, and it's still this one, but there's another one that is very similar to it, I guess. So, back in the day, prank phone calls used to be
Jerky Boys?
Used to be the thing, or like crank yankers. Am I making that up?
No, that's the thing. Crank yankers. That's Adam Carolla.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. Like so, back in the day,
dude, that was a big deal.
This is prank phone calls are making a comeback.
Really?
And so,
how are you doing that? Oh, because of the
and so and I would consider it
2 spam filters on my phone. That's why.
So this account that has popped into my algorithm, and thank God he did. But his website is called Jon Breaks Bad News.
Yeah.
And so jonbreaksbadnews.com. We'll put a link to his website right here.
Oh, put it right there.
So it's this squirrely looking guy, and he's
Squirrely the name?
He's a bigger guy with a crazy beard and long hair. He just looks very disheveled.
He's definitely a face for radio, and I mean that.
And he's got a great voice.
His voice is amazing.
Yeah, great radio voice.
Soothing.
And there's a gal that he's got who's kind of like his side.
Oh, it was perfect. That didn't come into the end of the video when I first saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, so they have like a not a Howard Stern and
someone he can bounce kind of thoughts off.
Yeah, he was talking back and forth, right? Yeah.
Sure. So the whole premise of this guy's account or Jon Breaks Bad News is that someone pays him. He has a subscription. That's not a subscription.
Patreon,
it's just a service where you just pay him. The one time I heard him mention, it's only like $5.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you basically
he does okay.
You write him an email. Well, I think he's got 1 million subscribers now.
Dude, and so there's stories. The way he does it is so good.
Right. And so what the whole premise of his account is he goes and he gets a submission basically breaking bad news to someone. So if I wanted to go something at you, I would send him money to his website and write a little memo on what I want him to read to you. And I would say, and how it goes is like, hi, is this Nate? Yeah. Hi, this is John from Jon Breaks Bad News.
And you're like, son of a bitch.
I have bad news from Danny. He just wants to tell you that you're old as shit and your shoulder sucks. Good luck going to see the orthopedic specialist. You'll probably never play ball again. Also, F you. And that's it. And
dude, it's totally how the video went. I saw.
Yeah. And so this guy, the person on the other end of the phone is like, wait, who is this? And he goes, this is John. John.
He says it so calmly.
John who? John. I'm John from Jon Breaks Bad News. And they're just, you could just hear their wheels turning on the other side of the
Mice
phone.
are pushing hard. You're like, what?
Like, why are you calling me? Well, because Deborah wanted to call, and I just had to share the bad news with you that blah 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 blah. And he
So
just, and if he doesn't get a reaction out of them, he'll start probing questions like, well, why does your shoulder suck? Like, you shouldn't suck that bad with your shoulder. And he'll go, did they pay you to do this? Yes, I run and then he'll kind of start going into it. And the one guy goes, oh, this is a joke. This is funny.
Oh,
and he goes,
he goes,
I
the
think-
barista.
Yeah. He goes, this is funny. This is a joke. And he goes, yeah, that's right.
Dude.
He kind of reminds me of David Puddy from Seinfeld. Like, he has that monotone voice about him. And then at the end, if the people are really mad, he'll go, I love you.
Oh, dude, that guy was
Say
hot.
it back. Say it back. No. Come on. Just say it.
He said, go ahead and be well, or something like that. Some Demolition Man bullshit. He said it too. He goes, yeah, dude, when I watched that video, I watched it with Summer.
Yeah.
Summer and I are like, what? So we kind of rewound it for a second. We got midway through, and I go, no, start over. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then the barista had me thinking I was retarded.
Smoking cigarettes.
He goes, fuck you, and I hope your surgery doesn't go well, or something like that.
Good luck
You're a
with your
terrible barista.
surgery.
And even John goes, I can tell right now you are a terrible barista. He goes, do you have a mental disability? And he goes, I think you do. No, he goes, I love that the one thing that the barista says goes, no, I think you do. Kind of like, what?
You do this for a living.
And then he goes, well, actually, no, you probably do pretty good, huh? Yeah. He started thinking about it really fast. Like that's the moment his brain goes, oh, dude. Like,
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. He goes, that's right.
he goes, this is John from Jon Breaks Bad.
Well, and so, and just real quick, other things. So my wife, I brought that to my wife. She didn't think it was funny. Of course, her and I don't
Wives
share the
don't
same
care.
humor
They
and
don't
stuff
give a
like
shit.
that. But
They want their own TikToks
She brought
and
another one
their
called
rocks and
Jen,
all that crap.
Jen from corporate. And so Jen will call someone. Usually it's a female, and she'll go, "Hi, is this Nicole?" Yeah. Who is this? Hi, Nicole. This is Jen from corporate. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi. How are you? And she'll go, Jen, I got to say, like, I hope you don't answer calls from your customers like this.
Uh-oh.
And they're like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. I just didn't know who you were. And she goes, oh, so you only take calls from people that you know? And so she starts going down thinking she's in trouble with corporate. Or it could be different things. Hey, I would just got off a meeting with our IT department, and we see that you were online shopping on your work computer, and just so you know, during hours you should not be online shopping. And it's like
Just guessing.
And so what it is the
That's the way
husband
I'll
or
do it.
someone they know puts Jen from corporate up to it, so they get very specific advice on what to go after, to where they know they're getting called on their bullshit. And my wife showed me a couple of them, and they're so cringy. Oh my god! Like, you're just slumped down in your chair, just like, oh my god.
You're there with him. You're like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. But
This
whenever
sucks
it's
so
your
bad.
job, you feel intimidated. That you don't want to get fired. And they go, the one Jen from corporate goes, so, we can let this slide, but we just need you to apologize and say you're sorry. And the people are like, I am so sorry. Okay, now tell me you love me. And they're like, I love you. And
No,
so
they don't.
They start having to
I'm
do these
watching more of this account.
outrageous
This is great.
requests. Like,
I'm watching more of this account.
The last one, she goes, I want you to pretend, hey, this is Jen from corporate. We're doing $1,000 challenge where you get an extra $1,000 in your paycheck for whoever can do the best impersonation of a cow who's being milked too hard. And this woman starts making these noises of a cow being milked too hard, and it's like, oh my gosh,
This is some old school Howard
You're
Stern-
just so
old school Howard Stern
cringe.
shit.
It is. It totally is. And so these are making a comeback. They're so funny.
I love it.
Yeah, the
need
research, Jen from corporate and Jon from Jon Breaks Bad News. They're Jon from Jon Breaks Bad News, a little raunchier, a little dirtier.
I like that though.
Little, like, some of it's kind of dark, like when you get into like relationships and kids and stuff, like.
Ooh,
Like, so
he
it
gets
does
that deep, huh?
It gets like,
Well, I guess it's whatever the message is, right?
yeah. The one guy, I guess, had like called to divorce his wife like that way, whatever. So,
I've been privy to other radio stations doing that, like in Seattle and stuff. Like they've all, but then you find out later it's
to do it.
what the John guy is doing. Is probably real, but they're in radio stations. I used to fall for it all the time, and I didn't know this, but like radio stations would just put on a skit. Like, call a local band and like, yeah, I slept with your sister, bro. Like, the guy's like, what are you talking about? And like the radio host is like, no. And they're like acting it out like this whole thing that's not real. And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
But you find out later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, in
But
the
this
time,
is
in the
cool.
moment, you
This
think it's
is
funny.
cool. This is legit. And I'm like, oh shit, this is good.
It's very raw, very real, very funny. So prank call phone
Love it.
calls coming back.
Good happy hour. Good happy hour. My happy hour was my boys caught their first fish this weekend.
Oh, dude.
And they never caught.
Dude.
We've been fishing plenty of times.
Every
And
guy
how hard
remembers their first
and you
fish
know
they
how
caught.
hard it is
I'm
to
sure
catch
girls
fish
do
in Arizona. Sorry, guys. It's not like where I'm from in Washington. Like you just put the pole in the water, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But we've been to several places and we tried and we spent hours and hours and hours. We would get different baits and we do all sorts of things. And
Staring at a still bobber.
and
Yeah.
look, dude, we tried everything. Well, this weekend I'm like, these fish are coming close. We went to Sedona and we stayed at this campsite we stayed before, and there's a little creek behind us, and it's not too deep. It's shallow, but it's this nice little creek. People actually
like a
swim in it.
stream.
People swim in it, so I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's fucking everything in it, right?
Frogs, all that.
Oh, there's bullfrogs. There's all sorts of shit.
Sure.
Dude, there's crawfish in there.
Salamanders, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, sure.
So
hell yeah, man.
We're watching all these things. I'm like, I know they're in there. You can see them. We finally go get live bait. And I'm like, okay.
Just night crawlers, just
Yeah,
worms.
I said, just put the worms down there and let's just figure it out, boys. And the kids go, they're like, okay, it takes patience, right? So next thing you know,
you got to put the worm on for them and all that.
yeah, I
Probably
showed them
still-
how to do. I'm like, hey, they're big, night crawlers like this long,
Yeah.
So I was like, guys,
Chopping them up.
You got to chop them up and you got to wrap them around the hook, and they're like squirming his gun. I'm like, he's not gonna bite you. There's no teeth. He has tight skin when he does this.
Yep.
And so he gets the kids show him how to hook the worm, and they drop, and then Callahan gets his first. And he's just like, he just pulls the pole out. I'm like, calm down, relax. And this fish just, he's got this tiny little 2-pound bass, right?
Yeah.
But it's a
Oh,
good size
dude.
for him, right? We'll put the picture of a Cal holding it. Cal was so enthralled. He was like,
Such
no
an
way.
adrenaline rush
But
as a kid.
what I
Yeah.
really loved is not only that he catch it, but like Cameron losing his mind too, that he saw a fish. And his brother caught one. He was so excited for his brother too. That was like, oh, you guys, come on.
Yeah. Sure.
So and then let's just drop lines again, guys. Let's go back out there. Keep going. And Cameron's kind of getting the feel for it. He's like, okay, I think I can.
Yeah.
They're nibbling.
Saw
I can
the
feel
ball
it.
go through the hoop. Yeah.
I can feel it. I can kind of feel it. Callahan kind of like, he goes, I'm gonna put mine down and let brother get his. I'm like, yeah, we'll try. I left mine in there just to see if I could catch one and then have Cameron hand it to him,
sure.
and so he could reel it in and just feel like a fish on.
Right.
I get one like really fast and it was tiny. I guess I went, pulled it up and it was a little like
Chopped
tiny
it up, used that
sunfish.
for bait. Yeah.
We should have, but I was like, yeah. So I showed them how to unhook out of their mouth and like throw it back in there. And then like it's getting dark. It's getting really dark. I was like, okay, yeah, we probably only got like 15 more minutes, man. We got to be able to see up there. We didn't have our headlamps or nothing with us. So I was like, okay, let's just keep trying. And next thing you know, like as soon as I started to say like, hey, we only got a few more minutes, boom, fish on.
No way.
Cam pulls, he's like, boom, pulls it up like this. And he's like, yeah. And just I'll put the picture of him.
Yeah.
Him just, and it's dark. So I'm like trying to I have an iPhone. So I'm like, okay, hang on. Let's do the night flash thing. And you're doing this night flash deal. And it's like, it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't, And so like it shows it and it's all blurry because he's kind of like the fish is kind of wiggling still.
Well, it like hits it and then it takes a couple seconds.
He says hold
and
for
then it hits.
exposure. And it's like,
Yeah,
and it looks like it would be a great photo. Like it's got his face and he's excited. But then I was like, okay, we're turning the flash on, dude. It's going to blind the whole fucking valley. And it's like, here you go. I don't care.
Wake up the
And then
coyotes.
he's just like this. I'm like, he's just,
Yeah.
and he's so pumped. And I was like, that's a wrap. We did it. We got it done. And then, next morning I sent them down, after we got our camp stuff kind of put together. And we
Did
had
you have him like
breakfast.
name the fish?
No, not like that. Not like
yeah,
that.
dude. They
I never did that when I was a kid.
no,
No.
oh my gosh. First mine was Mikey. Like Kelly,
That's awesome.
Kelly's
Your first
Island.
fish was Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey.
I never
and-
did that. I was always like, I just caught a fish.
Yeah, no, it's
all-
just.
when I
But
grew up,
everyone
it was like
remembered
that.
like that feeling of having a fish on the line. Especially
So
as a
cool,
kid.
though.
It just because it's a very. Not to say like primitive, but it's a very surreal feeling.
It's kind of primitive still. It's just an old school thing. Like you just,
It's
go-
very old school. Like
But
fish,
the kids were so pumped. I mean, like the whole thing of them just like
it's a wild
they're
animal. They just
excited
caught.
for each other. Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything like they would just yank them down. It was like small enough that they could pull it up and be okay with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was like, all right.
Dude, that is.
And now
Those
they're-
are core memories, man.
Yeah, and they're no pun intended. They're hooked. Like they want to do. I mean, they were hooked already watching and fishing before We try to surprise over here when they,
Eventually, you need
it's
you
too
need,
hot,
like,
it's too
license.
loud, too many dogs.
Too.
Well, license goes everywhere. You know what I mean? Now you can have just your digital card now.
Oh, you have one?
It's like $12.
Yeah, I have the kids, but if I like touch the pole, even like put a worm on, like I need to have a license.
Just
like,
buy one for yourself.
Right.
That's what I do. The whole family has one, so it's whatever. But
Probably worth it.
Nobody here in Surprise is going to bother you. But if you go other places like we were, they might stop by.
Yeah, no, but
It was great.
It is
Happy
a very
hour for
good
the boys.
happy hour.
Shout
Very,
out the
very good
boys.
happy
Got their
hour.
first fish. I love it. It was so fun.
Very cool.
I love
Very
it, man.
cool, man.
Whiteboards?
Let's do it.
Or you need beer?
Whiteboards.
Oh.
I'm good.
Not yet.
All right. Do you want to go first?
I'm
Or I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Go first.
All right. This is not going to mean much to many people, but
Kalena as a bouquet.
Kalena Sabuki. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I like you drew the sign. I love
so that also goes to it. That's
your camera.
I've drawn this Kentucky logo
Mm-hmm.
probably over 20,000 times in my lifetime. It's what I doodled.
This looks like your first.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's what I doodled on, school papers and notebooks and binders. And Kalena Sabuki was, we'll call him a small forward back from Kentucky back in 2004, 2005. My favorite player, had just all the athleticism in the world, could dunk, could jump out of the gym, actually got drafted by the Golden State Warriors, and was a corner shooter for them, was a good 3-and-D guy. The year that Baron Davis and
OBD.
Jason Richardson and
what a team.
who is the guy, Al Harrington.
Al Harrington.
And Steven Jackson. He was on that team that
That's
took
when they beat
down
Utah, right?
the Utah Jazz.
When they beat AK-47, Andre Kirilenko.
Kalena Sabuki was a very important role player on that team, and he all of my buddies from high school knew that this was my favorite player.
Hell
and,
yeah.
that's one of my top picks.
I have a team for number 3, and it is Florida Gulf Coast.
Ooh,
Team Alley-Oop. Oh my God!
I remember
team
the team. When was that? And they made a run. What
maybe
year?
it was 2011, maybe 2012.
Okay.
In that range. I'm wrong. I know
Do
I
you
am.
remember any players from
Nobody
that team
knows
at
about
all?
players. This small school got in the tournament, and I remember turning on, just like we all did. We watched it, and you're watching this these blue jerseys with a little green green deal. I know it sounds lame, but it's like that's what I remember off the top of my head. But you remember their gameplay when these kids were going bananas. I mean, they're literally throwing half-court alley-oops to each other. You're right, and they're dunking on everybody. I mean, everybody. They went 3 rounds. They didn't. I don't think they. I think they make it to the Final Four, the Sweet 16. But or no, maybe
Elite Eight. They had to make.
They made the Sweet 16. But maybe they made the Elite Eight. But I remember them winning a couple of games, and they were beating the shit out of guys.
Yeah,
they were just literally backdoor cuts, alley-oop, backdoor cut, backdoor screen, bang. I mean, they were just. I can't name a player.
That wasn't
so
the same year as James Madison, was it?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
It could be
like one of those. I thought they ended up like playing each other, and that was the year James Madison or George Mason. I'm sorry, it was George Mason.
It might have been. It's around that time.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. I thought, and George Mason made it to like the Final Four, didn't they? And I thought they beat.
No, George Mason didn't they make 2 Final Fours?
I forget, but
they were good for a while.
I thought Florida Gulf Coast might have been. They beat them to go. I forget.
That far, but I forget. Dude, FGCU was so cool.
Sure,
they were. I know. I rooted for. They just took the world by storm for a very small moment in time, and everybody who likes college basketball, not everybody loves it, but I mean, everybody who was watching it at that time was like, "Who is this?" Literally dunking on everybody, go down the lane, bang, just going. I mean, I love that guys are like, "Oh, what? Backdoor cut, screen, alley oop, dang!" Just like reverse, pointing at each other. Like it was like having 5 Sean Kemps on your team all at once. You're like, what am I watching?
Wild.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
Interesting. No, that's a very good pick.
I love
very
that
good
one.
pick at 3.
Show me number 2.
I'm gonna go to just a moment with this, and
a moment.
We'll call it. So we'll call it dorm room chaos.
Oh shit. Okay, what is this? What do we got
Back
here?
in the spring of 2006, I was a freshman at Kent State University in Ohio.
Shout out Kent State.
And I stayed at Eastway Hall was the dorms I was in, and
Yeah.
we had like the party dorm. So like everyone would always come over in our dorm, and we'd drink
that
beers.
jacket? Sounds
and
about right.
Beer pong with the closet door, and playing
shit.
video games, watching sports until all hours of the night, whatever.
Dudes being dudes.
So the March Madness tournament, we had probably 6 buddies. I know Dejan Kenny, Matt Studer, Mike Petrilli, my roommate Matt Ordelli. We had March Madness watch party in our room, and we must have been betting on a game that was like Tennessee versus someone, and all but 2 of us had this one team to win it, and we must have had bets all going, and we hit the team that we needed to win hit a game-winning 3, like a 3 at the buzzer to win the game. And when I say we went ape shit, and I had a digital camera at the time filming it, or maybe it was just a regular camcorder filming the last 2 minutes of that game. And when he hit that 3, just in a small dorm room, 8 guys going nuts in this dorm room. And my buddy Mike P, who had the other team and lost, is just no way. We go running out of the dorm room, sprinting down the hall, screaming. I broke back into our room, took my chair that I was sitting in, stormed out of the room with the chair, and you have me on camera running by with the chair over my head down the hallway, just because of the pure emotion of it all. And I will always remember. Half of it was just playing up to like my buddy had lost, and it was more of just like happy to rub it in his face. But it was also just that moment of like a game-winning 3 like that in college basketball when you have no rooting interest in Tennessee winning. Who the hell cares? But it's like you had money on it, and whenever you win a bet like that on a game winner, it's fun. It's madness. So dorm room chaos for me, number 3.
I love it.
Number 2.
My number 2, which you probably just saw just now because I'm looking. Number 2. Fab Five, baby. The Fab Five. Who remembers the Fab Five? I'm old, right?
Cultural phenomenon.
I'm old, so I remember this.
I was 3, so yeah.
Fuck you. But you see the documentaries. You know who these guys are, right?
The documentaries were awesome. I said this group was Allen Iverson before Allen Iverson.
Dude, they are. They were badasses.
They brought the juice.
They were killing teams.
They were breaking the mold.
Black Air Force Ones.
The Dukes and...
No, I'm just kidding. They're just those guys you were like, who are these guys? And like my dad was like, no. You know, my dad's old. So my grandpa was like,
old school.
My grandfather's old. No, Grandpa Mac was old school Kentucky fan, right?
Okay.
He didn't like Washington State, didn't like Huskies. He's from Kentucky, so he was a Kentucky fan. That's what he was. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not know that, but I could understand why he wouldn't like the Fab Five.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
they brought some flavor to the game.
I loved watching these guys. I mean, I was 11. 10, you know what I mean? But I was still in the college basketball. My dad was
very impressionable age.
My dad was I had the Michigan. I had the Michigan shirt, the same one that the shooting shirts that the guys wore off the court.
The warm ups, yeah.
Oh yeah, I had the Carolina one too.
I have to ask my wife's dad. Like he's a huge Michigan fan. I wonder what his experience of the Fab Five is.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll name the Fab Five: Ray Jackson, Jimmy Key, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose, and everybody knows
C-Web.
And everybody
there you go.
C-Web.
Wow, that was good. It's almost like you rehearsed.
I named all the weird ones first. Everyone's like, "Who are the first?" Everyone always remembers Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose, because they were in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Everyone remembers C-Web in the NBA, right? But then it was like, well, who's Ray Jackson? Who's Jimmy Key? They had their shot, but that was part of their team. They were college guys. That's what they did. I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah. No. Very, very.
That's
good.
one of mine. Here, that one's yours.
Here's my number 3.
Dickie V. Pandemonium, baby. Type of dandies. Oh, dude. He's a DPT player.
Yeah, he's a DPT, baby. Or PTP.
PTP? Primetime player, baby.
DT. Yeah, where did DTP come from? He's a primetime player.
Yeah.
He's a diaper dandy. Look at him strut.
Late.
Look at him dancing. Mr. Stackhouse. But that's Dickie V, right? It's like that the voice, the aura, the energy, like it's awesome, baby.
It's like awesome, baby.
So it's synonymous name with college basketball. Dickie V, if he wasn't my number one.
Dude, for sure. He's one of the biggest. you can't say March Madness or the tourney without mentioning Dickie V.
Right.
It's how it goes.
The passion about his job, is something that just unmatched, I think, almost in anything. I think Buster Olney, Tim Kirkchin, Buster Olney,
Yeah,
with
but
the MLB.
you know them baseball.
Like
you know them, those guys. I met Tim Kirkchin.
Did you really?
Yeah. At the 2015 MLB All-Star Game here in Arizona.
How was he?
Walking right by me.
Should you ever meet your heroes?
No. No, he's just a short guy. And I was just like, hey, I think that's Tim. And my buddy goes,
Tim, hey.
Yeah, I think that's Tim Kirkchin. I go, oh, hey, Tim, just want to introduce myself. I love your work. You think you do great. And he's like, thanks, guys. Hey, who are you rooting for? Just real quick. Who are you rooting for?
Maybe we'll have him on the pod.
We're here for the home run. Yeah, from 16 or from 11 years ago.
Hey, Tim, I don't know if you remember
this
me.
dickhead in the Mariners hat who stopped you on the way to get a hot dog? He might.
He really hated Brandon Ayuk. Do you remember him?
Oh, dude, I tell you what. I got a story about Jay Glazer. We'll talk about that one later.
All right, number 3.
Jay Glazer in the bathroom. Anyway.
Wow. It sounds like a happy hour next one.
It's not so happy. Anyway, my third is everybody remembers, and I know you might remember, Carmelo and the Syracuse. That team.
Yeah.
Jim Boeheim, coach at the time. Jimmy McNamara, Carmelo. Carmelo
Jerry
was that
McNamara
shit.
took over that championship. I remember everyone
He was definitely
being
a big part of it. A big part of it.
Carmelo was obviously the storyline of that championship. But
he was the guy for the whole
when
year.
McNamara comes in and goes off in the first half, though, I think he hit 5 or 6 threes in the first half. It was like, oh my god, who is this guy? That
hit
team,
the white boy in the outlet, draining him.
Hakeem Warwick was
on that team. Oh, dude, that whole. I know this is. It feels like I'm repeating myself.
Deja vu.
Yeah, when he's that camera angle, for some reason, they always switch camera angles in basketball. Most of the time they keep it like one kind of player view deal where it's right above everybody. And they went baseline with him when he went to cover somebody over who was about to shoot a 3 in the far corner. And I'll never forget the camera angle of him just beating the shit out of this kid's 3.
Just the noise the ball made.
It was loud. And they were like, oh, and I was like, souvenir for the fans.
Like Hakeem Warwick was very super athletic. I mean,
super athletic.
I don't think he ever panned out in the NBA.
They wore them long ass shorts. They look like pants.
Yeah,
That's the era they were in.
Well, and it's like that. So was that the same area as like Sean May?
Nah, Sean May's after those guys.
Felton?
Raymond Felton and Sean May. That's like Hansborough, May, all those guys. Like those guys all kind of transitioned. Those guys all were like, what is that? 2016, 2015, something like that.
No, it was before that.
Was it before that? Was it 2013?
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it was
Sean May and those guys won it, didn't they?
Yeah, they won.
They won. Okay.
Well, they beat the undefeated Illini, who you mentioned earlier.
That's where I'm. Okay.
That's where you got Deron Williams on that team, and then D Brown. D Brown was a hooper.
Well, there's so many. There's so many names. Like you mentioned, Jimmer Verdette.
Yeah, Jimmer
Verdette. Oh my gosh,
he's still killing it. I think somewhere in China.
Yeah, and he was on the Kings for a little bit, right? I think. He at least had some NBA.
It's weird, right? How those guys kill it.
Duke teams back. Like in 2005, so it's like JJ Redick, Mike Dunleavy, Sheldon Williams. I don't think Chris Duhon was around at that time. Who was the
Duhon was before them? I thought.
Who was the other?
Duhon played with the Bulls for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he was definitely with the Bulls. Yeah. But who was the other point guard?
Duhon.
Who was the point guard during JJ's team? He I thought he was
JJ?
even.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I forget. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember the guy. But yeah, I had a lot of friends that were like diehard Duke fans, and they got really wrapped up in kind of like the goofy white guys. Like I remember, I said like Lee Milchione was one that they loved.
That's a wild one, dude.
Greg Paulus was a quarterback in college. I think he was a QB at Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, just there's so many, and I mentioned Gansey and Pittsnoggle, all those guys earlier, Coppenrath, like so. There's so many, like, put in the comments. That's a very good thing to put in the comments. Is like if we're missing, who's your favorite college basketball player of all time?
Give us some eras. Give us some players. Give us some times.
Give us some ones that like people forgot about, or ones that were kind of like that underdog story. Like I mentioned, Marshall Henderson, like someone from our generation. You're not that.
I like that Jimmy.
Like our generation.
No, you can't back out of it now.
Is going to mention Marshall Henderson. I guarantee it. You got to look up Marshall.
I think I remember the guy.
He had a white headband he always wore.
Dude, there's this account. Speaking of all this, I should be putting this account out there. There's this account on Twitter, and it's amazing. I'm going to send it to you. And just get on your stupid Twitter, dude. We talk a lot of shit. You're involved. You're on Two Beers, Two Bikes. You were part of this.
Oh God.
So it's called
Guess
it's called That Guy. I think it's called At That Guy Rocked or That Guy Rocks.
Sure. Oh, that'd be right at my alley.
And so what they do is the guy puts together. For perfect example is. He puts up like Sean May, That Guy Rocked, and he puts like some grunge music with it, or like something from a little earlier than that era that they played in.
Okay,
and it shows all his highlights, but it shows like not just like the stars. It kind of shows those guys that were like
the Kalena Sabukis,
the guys that you're looking at like a Dunleavy or like a. I'm trying to think of somebody like Chris Duhon was a big deal for a while. Not the biggest guy to Duke ever, but it was one of those guys who could play, and you were like, that guy rocked. There's a kid from Wake Forest they showed today. He puts like 4 or 5 of these out a day. It's awesome. He just plays rock music, and he puts out there, and he's like, he puts anybody and everybody out there. It's so cool to watch.
It's like you said. I'm sure a lot of those guys too are ones that didn't pan out in the NBA.
No, not at all. But they're great college basketball players.
Yeah,
that's still high level ball.
You can go. You know what's crazy?
Shout out
like
that guy.
You can go down in college basketball folklore history with a good 2-game stretch.
Absolutely.
In basketball, and you could be.
Yeah, I remember
timeless.
I remember hit the game winner for whatever team back then.
Like Mike Gansey, Kevin Pittsnoggle. Like no one neither one of them did anything, but we know that tournament in 2005, whenever they were there, they were freaking awesome, and they, so that's cool about the college basketball tournaments. There's just so many teams in it that there's bound to be a storyline, an outlier that'll live in for history. Live forever. So. Yeah. No, very good whiteboard. Very good.
Not bad.
Whiteboard session. What else we got? You want this with last call?
Last call.
I think I went first with happy hour. So why don't you kick off? You want to kick off last call?
Listen up, eBay. I'm over your shit. eBay. For real. eBay's out of control.
eBay's still around?
Yes, eBay's still around.
What are you doing on eBay? Trading cards?
I'm about over it because one, it's hard to sell things on even Facebook Marketplace because you got to get everyone to come out. It's local sales, right?
Yeah, and you got to fight through all the bots.
And then you got to fight through all the crap, but also like, hey, are you serious?
Would you take $200 for this?
I have this thing that's $500. They're like, hey, $150, dude. I'm serious. Got cash now.
I'm guilty. Now.
Oh, well, no, I totally get lowballing people for fun just to see what happens. But what I'm sick of is this. I'm watching this stuff like the kids and I collect cards, right? And we're kind of getting into it, but eBay's taking their hand in it. Cards are already getting expensive. We're watching local card shop owners go to retail stores like Walmart and Target and go buy all their stuff out and then go sell it in their store two times.
It's like the shoe game.
But it's like, so Tops and all these, Panini, all this stuff, they're doing is selling to the guys that are breakers. I'm getting off topic a little bit, but like back to eBay, like they're robbing you blind in front of you. Give me an example. So here's the other day a Shohei Ohtani autograph. Like maybe it's not a rookie, but it's maybe like one of his top ones, right? Okay. There's so many cards. Like I said, we're in the junk wax era again. But this guy sold it for $3,600 or $3,500 on eBay. Okay. So, and with eBay, you can promote your card to get more views, right? Like, hey, we'll pay 4%, 5%.
Look at TikTok. You're paying
like, hey, put a little bit for a little boost, right? Just some more eyeballs.
Sure.
Okay, well, he sells the card. He sells this card for $3,500, right? That $3,500 turns into $2,900 really quickly. So
fees and stuff.
Oh my god, dude! So
so that's where you mean they're robbing you blind.
So what happens is there's the promotional fee. You're paying it because they say it up front.
Sure.
But they also hold your shit back. You have to be stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with the words Shohei and like the top, like the name of the card and all that kind of stuff, those keywords that are already automatically involved. They see what's going. They see what's being put out there, and then they go like this. They go, no. Well, I have cards out there right now with 0 views, and I'm paying 10% promotional, and I get 0 views. I'm like, what? Why? How? You know what I mean? So don't tell me they're. Oh no, it's just all algorithm. Well, stop.
Interesting.
So then, so I saw this transaction. This guy sold it for $3,500, and he ended up with $2,900. You can pay for the shipping, right, and the authentication, right? So the authentication, for some reason, cost $150. Why? He didn't want to authenticate it.
The authenticating the card, getting it graded, or like what is authenticating? Not even
just making sure it's an authentic card, which I kind of get the safeguard, right? The insurance, like, oh, this is a real card, cool. No, I totally get that, but at the same time, it's like, does it really need to be $150?
Yeah. What does the authentication process look like?
I have no idea.
So that's where I'm saying is more. It more should be like an insurance.
You know what the shoe game thing was? All shoes are fucking fake. I don't give a fuck who you are. Just don't get me started on shoes. That's why the shoe game is trash right now. Nobody's buying this shit anymore. They used to have crazy resales for Jordans. They sell it like crazy. Everything sits on the shelves now because StockX and GOAT and all this. They were sliding all the good the bad stuff with the good stuff, and it's all looking the same. And actually, the bad stuff is looking better than the good stuff because no quality control and all that. It's all coming from the same fucking place, guys. Are we really that? I mean, it's like
it's all coming from China.
Yeah, exactly. China, Vietnam, all the same place. But it's so. This whole transaction from the $3,500 down to $2,900, I'm like, damn, you get like that's terrible. Yeah, the eBay fees are out of control. I'm over the eBay stuff. Like,
interesting. I've never had to use.
I want to buy things on there. I want to see things on there, and like I know there are people that make money, and there are people that do all right, and they reselling for garage sales, and like the whole thing. One man's junk is another man's treasure, right?
Yeah.
But when you see things like that, and you go, you can sell a pair of shoes $50. You know what you're gonna get out of the $50? $20.
That's why. I mean, so they're just paying for the platform at that. I mean,
but does the platform need to be paid for? Because you have ads on it too now.
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to. It's a .com, right?
They're like, yeah, they need us more than we need them. So how do we milk this?
They milk the shit out of it, dude.
Yeah,
it's unreal. It's not.
Yeah,
they're part of the monopoly.
They need more competition. Honestly, that's the only way.
Well, they have McCarty, but McCarty's awful because it's full of scammers.
Yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a good happy hour. That would piss me the hell off.
Oh, that's my last call. Yeah, last call. We did happy hour.
How
many have you had?
Right. My last call.
Get after it.
Is commercials
everywhere,
specifically during the NCAA tournament.
Oh, dude, don't. Oh, give me some, bro. I'm glad you brought this up.
I've said this for years. Every 4 minutes in a basketball game.
Coca-Cola needs to let you know that their drink is tasty.
I don't care. Find something else to do. Find another way to make money.
You ever been on the app? The Coca-Cola's everywhere. It's the whole thing, or whatever they're selling.
It not only
Tide
provides for like a terrible viewing experience, but like as a player in a game, that's why a lot of these games are so close, is because there's so many stoppages.
I've said this for years. We're on the same way.
It's the 16-minute timeout. It's the 12-minute timeout. It's the 8-minute timeout. It's the 4-minute timeout.
How you doing?
It's like, and that doesn't even include if someone. Oh, I'm good. That doesn't even include if a team is on a run and they have to call a timeout before the TV timeout. And it's like they bring out all the chairs and they sit them on the court. It's like a whole production to get through every 4 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's just, there's got to be a better way.
There's not. Unless you have that ads in there, that's what it is.
But it's like, it's not so bad when there's 32 games playing on the first 2 days. It's like when there's a lot of games, you can just switch to a different thing. But it's like, man, when these games start getting to, hey, there's only one game on at a time, or maybe
I'll
4 or 5 games on in a day.
I've probably said this since I've just, discovered this.
Yeah.
What I found out.
What? Is this going to make me happy or mad?
It's going to make you mad. This is momentum stopping. You got a team that's on a run, and they're down by 12, and they made an 8-0 run, and they go, TV timeout. You're like, whoa.
That's why the games are so close.
And then guess what happens? They go back down again.
Yeah.
They were getting close. It happens every game almost.
Yeah. Any swings, any runs. And I said, that doesn't even include the timeouts that teams take on their own. Yeah. It makes watching the game brutal.
You're down in the last 2 minutes?
Brutal.
The last 2 minutes of a game should maybe last 10. We're at 40 minutes sometimes. Because the guys, they're trying to foul. They're trying to foul each other. But they take the ads people take their time and they go, you know what? That's the third foul. Let's throw in a 2-minute commercial. Whoa. We don't need a full timeout. They're just stopping the clock.
It's unbearable,
dude.
It disrupts
that's one of the big
viewing
drawbacks,
experience.
I guess, of it.
Yeah. So that's my gripe. Is like, look, make it every 6 minutes. TV timeout. You get
don't make
3
it like
of them
that.
per half.
Why don't you just go by? Hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't make a commercial timeout right now.
And like you said, it's all about money.
Look at the commercials and go, yeah, I need that right now. No,
it's just it's
too
Tide
right now,
much.
Guys.
It's too much. They got
ad people don't care.
Got it back.
Oh, that's okay. So that's my last on your gripe, this is where we're headed, and we've been heading this for a long ways. And I'm on a Black Mirror kick, guys. This is real quick. Black Mirror.
What's that?
Oh, it's a great show.
Oh, show.
No. Every show is different on Black Mirror. There's 8 seasons or 7 seasons, and everything is different. It's all about the future. And it's really wild. Everything's really wild. I
can't even comprehend what you're saying right now.
Black Mirror. It's a show on Netflix.
It's a show on Netflix, okay.
And it has 8 seasons.
8 seasons.
And every show is different. Every storyline is different.
So it's like Forensic Files.
Sure. But that's
or like true crime. It's
Sure.
like everything's its own story. Like
However you
X-Files.
want to interpret this.
Okay, got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just
It's a show.
trying to relate it to something.
But what it does is
Same characters?
no, not at all.
Okay, so like
now-
X-Files.
Now they have a bigger budget, so there's more stars in it, right?
Gotcha.
It's an English show, I think. They film it out of Great Britain.
You ever see like American Horror Story, where it's like different horror story?
Yeah,
so it's like that. But there's the same 2 or 3 actors that are in it.
No.
But
yeah.
Gotcha, but different. Okay, I'm with you.
So one of these ones, and this is exactly what will
got
happen.
there.
This is exactly exactly. This is exactly what's going to happen. We watched this one where this lady has a head injury, right? And this woman comes up, and they're like, he's like, this blue collar guy runs to the hospital, and he's like, they're like, we don't know if she's going to wake up anymore, and like, he's like, what are you talking about? She's in there breathing, like, but she's in a coma, right?
Okay.
It's just a random head injury. Like, just some people have aneurysms and it's just over. They just go into a coma. It just happens, right?
It's unfortunate.
So
Something like Jon Breaks Bad News would have to
sure
to save the family. Yep.
Yeah, bring it around full circle. So in this show, long story short, she comes in, or this lady comes in and sells them on, hey, we can put your wife back basically to be her, but we take space from her head and rent it like for, like we can make her talk and speak and be her, right? But what ends up happening is it's like this experimental thing. Like we can wake her up, we can have her do this. But what they do is they eventually have this like AI system it's her, but she has to sleep so long, and then it turns into this basic AI ad system because she'll be talking like me and you talking, and then go, yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios, delicious, and also good for the heart.
It's a Truman Show.
And all of a sudden you're like, what? Like she's a school teacher, so she starts going into it. She'll be talking about, someone will say like Vienna sausages, like, oh, Vienna sausages come in a can, a new 12-ounce can. Like she just says these things, and you're
part of this complete breakfast.
Yeah, and then she just says that, and she's like, what? And then they're like, hey, how do you turn?
What are you talking about?
But guess what? They go back to the lady that sold
Who are you
them.
talking to?
Yeah, I love that in the Truman Show. Who are you talking to? That's my favorite line. That's my favorite line. Ovaltine. Blah, blah, blah. So when they finally go, hey, they go back to the sales lady and they go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
How do we get rid of the ads? We had to pay for premium to get out of ads. And they're like, okay. So then he does overtime in, his deal to get into, no ads. And she's a student teacher, so she can't
this is outrageous.
No, it gets even worse, Daniel. It gets even fucking worse. So now they were on a luxury package to keep her alive and not have ads in her head and stop and talk about ads when she's just living her life. Then guess what happens? Well, there's other upgrades because they've made new adjustments.
It's election season, and all the ads are election.
No, but it's not
political.
It's not even that. It changes into like, no, now we have
worse.
a new luxury deal where you can be more euphoric and you can hear better and see better. They heighten your senses and stuff with your brain. Like
I could get behind that,
but it costs $2,000 a month, or it costs $5,000 a month.
I get to pick the senses that are heightened?
You're never going to be. This is where we would go if we had this in real life. This is exactly how America would do this.
If you could heighten one of your senses right now for $2,000, would you do it?
But per month?
No, just in general.
But they sold coupons for it. You got to watch the show. It's so insane. It's so insane. You'd be like,
it's one thing you shouldn't be doing as a grown-ass man. Part 108 is using coupons.
Shout out, Mr. Everything's
eyes.
cool.
It's like LASIK. I would do my eyes.
I know, but you know what I'm
sight.
saying? Like this whole show is premised on the future stuff, and that's exactly what happened. We could keep people alive, but we're going to put our ads in there, and then we're going to change into.
We're not that far away.
That's what I'm saying. And so you know what?
Scary.
You know how. I'll give it away, dude. She goes, well, I shouldn't be alive anyway because he's breaking his back to work to keep her alive and not have ads and just being like he paid for like a 12-hour coupon or something to have all of her, like when they have sex, when they do all this stuff, like everything's heightened, right? And then, but people pay for this luxury to have this, then they like rent her brain space out and stuff. Like it's really strange. But it'd be wild. Exactly the way fucking ads are in NCAA. It'd be like it just never stops. You know what I'm saying? It just never stops. Like it just, hey, you want to have no ads in the NCAA? Pay us more money. You let them in the door. Guess what happens? Now we're here.
I feel like I'm already paying Sling to have, to be able to even watch the game,
dude.
It's I don't know.
YouTube TV. That's all.
YouTube TV is great.
Yeah, if you want to afford it. Jesus.
Yeah, Al made his way on here again. Al has
shout out Al.
as YouTube TV.
Can I get a
Raised by it.
We gotta cut this off.
Do it.
God.
Let's do it.
Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day,
Cheers,
everybody.
man.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.